How's it going, YouTube? My name is Blake Yarbrough. Today I'm going to be talking about a sneaker that I am really excited to have. It is the Air Max Tailwind IV. Real quick, guys, this is the sneaker that I purchased at SneakerCon Cleveland. I know I told you guys I purchased an older Kobe, but I didn't tell you which colorway it was. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see a video of this shoe. Now let's get back to the Air Max. Starting with the box, you got the matte black with the gloss Nike and swoosh on the top, Supreme box logos on each side, and the label reads Air Max Tailwind 4/S because this is a Nike and Supreme collaboration. Now, most of you probably don't know, but this is actually one of my favorite Air Max of all time. They came out originally in the 1990s, and then they released them later in the 2000s. I actually had a pair in high school. That was my first pair I had of them, and I was able to find a picture of me wearing them, so I'll flash that up on the screen. Let's go ahead and take a look at the details of this Air Max. The outsole is a light gray with even lighter gray accents. You've got a small mini swoosh right here, the MX Air or Max Air logo right there in the heel, and then you've got this dual pressure heel BRS 1000, BRS standing for Blue Ribbon Sports. If you know the history of Nike, then you know what that means. But this is a special rubber compound. It's actually comprised of carbon and rubber, and so these outsoles will last you a very long time. The midsole is mainly white with these light gray accents. Another thing I'd like to mention as I'm holding these sneakers is they are really heavy. When I took them out of the box for the first time, it really just caught me off guard on how heavy these sneakers are. I've gotten used to the lighter materials, the Flyknits, the React midsoles, you know, everything is just a lot lighter nowadays. The upper of the Air Max Tailwind 4 is very complicated and unique. It's got a lot of leather paneling that wraps around the entire upper of the sneaker. It just kind of snakes along. They're overlaid on top of each other. There's just a lot of layers to this sneaker. And right here on this side panel, you've got this red thread that's woven in almost like a waffle or iron pattern. And then there's this rib-like pattern that is tightly threaded on the lateral as well as the medial side of the sneaker. And the upper has this real crazy like iridescent piping around it. These are just really detailed uppers, and I think it's something that creates a lot of depth within the sneaker. Let's not forget that this is a Supreme and Nike collaboration, which they decided to go the more subtle route this time with their branding. You've got Supreme here on the tongue. The lace aglets say world famous. And then you've got Supreme here on the heel. And that's pretty much it. I mean, they really didn't do a whole lot of branding on this sneaker. You know, sometimes the Supreme branding can be real outrageous or real in your face, you know, down the whole side of the sneaker. But this time they kept it pretty subtle. You know, of course they did the white and red, which is Supreme colors. But other than that, this release was pretty subtle for Supreme. The sock liner and the tongue of this sneaker are very padded, which is something I remember from the old pair I used to have. Is these are really padded sneakers and they're very comfortable. Now for my favorite part, I'm going to throw these on foot, show you guys what they look like. Then I'll give you just an overall recap of the Air Max Tailwind 4. Alright guys, so just a general recap. This is the Air Max Tailwind IV Supreme collaboration. This is a classic to me as well. I know it definitely doesn't receive the hype like the other Air Max models do, but to me, this is one of my favorite Air Maxes. I think it's a great time for Nike to bring back this Air Max Tailwind 4. This is kind of a chunkier, bulkier Air Max, and you know, that's the trend, that's the wave right now. So I think it's a great time for them to bring back this sneaker. I wish they would have done it years before because I've been waiting forever. If you could actually go back and look at my eBay search history, probably the last 5 years, you would see that I search for Air Max Tailwind 4 probably more than anybody else on eBay. It's not a joke. I really love this sneaker, and I'm really excited that it looks like Nike's going to be bringing out more colorways of this sneaker later in the spring and summer. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already, hit that like button. And if you don't know me, I love to talk about sneakers. So leave me a comment in the comment section below. There's a lot more content coming, guys. Subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.